If you're the type of person that's always romanticizing your life, you're always creating monthly planners and goal planners, you're always creating vision boards, but you're never actually putting in the work to reinvent yourself, you're not doing enough.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it.
Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucia, and today I will be giving you guys 5 tips on how to reinvent yourself in 2024. I know you're probably thinking, what the hell does she know about reinventing yourself? Listen, the person that I was in the beginning of 2023 is completely different from the person I am now. In the beginning of 2023, I was unhappy in my environment. I was in a very toxic environment. I was surrounded by toxic friends. I was unhappy in my role, in my career. I was not making any money at all. I was starting to discover myself and go on solo dates and discover what makes Lucy happy. I was not happy with my credit score. Like, there were so many aspects in my life that just brought me a lot of unhappiness, and I felt stuck. The person that I am now, I broke into tech in the project management field. I'm making a lot more money. I'm happy about that. I removed the toxic friends from my life. I got out of the toxic environment I was in. I made new friends. I started experiencing new things. I went to my first concert. And I'm still going. I'm still in the process of reinventing myself. I also brought my YouTube back on. I started focusing more on that, and I reached 1,000 subscribers, which is huge. I'm so close to monetization that it's actually insane how much work I've put in and how much progress I've seen. I also increased my credit score. I really focused in on what was holding me back in terms of my credit score in the beginning of the year. I got a credit card for the first time, which really impacted things. So I think I know a little bit about reinventing yourself. The first tip that I will give you is to brainstorm. Think about the goals that are important to you. Think about this new version of you. What does this new version of you like to do? Do you like to go to the bookstore? Do you like to read more? Do you like to go to coffee shops? Do you suddenly like coffee? Do you like cooking more? Has your diet changed? Has your fashion sense changed? Truly take the time to think about the goals that are important to you and think about how you can bring this new version of you alive. As you're thinking of this new version of you, accept the idea that that version of you is attainable. Accept the idea that you just need to put in the work to get to that version of you. The next tip that I will give you is to start planning. Start creating an actionable plan to get to your goals. This is the phase that you're creating your vision boards. This is the phase that you're using the monthly planners. This is the phase that you're taking notes and coming up with a plan, coming up with a timeline, coming up with an idea to get the work done. During this phase, what worked best for me was using Canva to create a digital vision board. Additionally, I preferred creating a digital vision board because I thought it was a lot easier to find the little pictures that went with my vision. So I would go on Pinterest, I would go on Google, and I would just download them. I would upload them on Canva and then just drag them onto the digital vision board. Canva is such a great resource and has so many free templates that you can use. This is not sponsored, by the way. So whenever I want to make changes to my vision board, whenever I want to add additional pictures, I can change that so quickly and I can use that as my new wallpaper. And in terms of accessibility, I use my phone quite a lot. So if I'm turning on my phone, my vision board is the first thing that I'm seeing. Additionally, in the planning phase, I actually made voice recordings, basically detailing what situation I was in, how much money I was making, how I felt, my emotions, what was going on around me. And I did that because I wanted to look back on where I was and see how much progress that I had made. Looking back and listening to those voice recordings is so inspiring because I basically manifested the things that I wanted for my life. I basically manifested this new version of myself, and I spread light into my present self in the beginning of 2023, and I spread light into my future self because I believed that I was capable of reaching the goals that I had set for myself. So I would definitely advise you guys to make recordings of yourself, just basically saying, hey, today is December 21st, 23, or whatever date it is. I currently feel a little bit stuck. I'm still not having a good time finding the job that I want. I'm still not having a great time breaking into tech, but I'm gonna keep pushing, stuff like that. And I will play you guys a little clip of the recording that I left myself, but I'm not gonna play the full thing because y'all don't need to know what I was saying to my future self. But here's a clip. Hello, future Lucy. The date is June 29th, 2022. You are currently overwhelmed with lots of feelings, mainly like career-wise. You are thinking about the project management certification that you're doing. Is it worth it? Are you going to get a project management job by the end of this year because you've done so many interviews and you've been getting rejected? You're doing pretty good so far, but you're feeling overwhelmed. You're feeling a little like a failure. You thought you would be somewhere else at this point in your life, but you're going to keep going on, and you know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I know that sounds cheesy, but I'm making this recording to just provide you with sort of a background of where you are in this moment. So when you eventually do get that project management job, which you will, and it will be great and you will love it. All right, that's good enough. Y'all get the point, but make voice recordings so you can have something to look back on. Another thing that I did, I didn't download it. It was a website that let you write like future letters to yourself, and you can choose what timeline you want, whether it's like 6 months from now or 1 year. I wrote that letter to myself. It's a digital letter that comes to your email, and it's basically very inspiring, in my opinion, to be able to see your mindset from a year ago or like 6 months ago, and then compare it to like the progress that you've made. So I think I have the letter coming to me like next month, and I'm really excited to see what's in there. After the planning phase, the next tip I would give you is to do research. Do research on the work that you need to do in order to meet those goals, and there was a car passing by and I thought y'all could hear it. Do research on the work that needs to be done to meet the goals that you've set, and do research on yourself as well. One of your goals was to increase your credit score. What is impacting the score that you have now? Do you have things in collections? Do you have debt? Do you have things that you need to dispute? You need to go back and really analyze every factor that is contributing to why your score is the way that it is. Is one of your goals to lose weight? Cool. What do you need to do to lose weight? Do you need to have a more consistent gym routine? Do you need to incorporate new exercises? Do you need to change your diet plan? Think about all those things. Do the research. What work do you need to do to make things happen? You want to switch into a new career? Do you need to go back and network? Do you need to go back and optimize your LinkedIn? Do you need to go back and optimize your resume? What work do you need to do to make your goals happen? When it comes to doing research on yourself, what I mean by that is look around you. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you friends with? Because if you're trying to get to a new version of you, are your current friends supporting that new version? If part of your goal is to become more financially stable, to start investing, to start being more financially literate with your money, are you surrounding yourself with people who get their paychecks and spend it in the same week and then have no money in their bank accounts? Bruh. Are you surrounding yourself with people who don't care about their credit score, who don't care about the price of anything, who don't have any future plans with their money? You might need to cut them off. You might need to love them from afar, because you can't take people like that with you when you're trying to become a new and better version of yourself. They don't support that goal for you, so you have to let them go. Listen. The people that you surround yourself with matter immensely when it comes to recreating a new version of yourself. I'm just being very honest with you. And then in terms of creating new friends and finding people who actually support those new goals, you might have to look in other places that you weren't before, which means you have to abandon old habits. You might be someone who likes going to the club every single weekend. That might not be where you find the people that you're looking for. You might look for those people at book clubs. You might find those people at candle making places or paint and sip. So consider all of that. Another thing is you need to analyze your social media accounts. Who are you following on social media? Are these people impactful in positive ways to your goal? Are they impactful to the new version of you that you are reinventing? So for example, if one of your goals is to stay consistent at the gym, if you want new meal prep ideas and a new diet, you might want to follow people who actually have that lifestyle going for them already. So if one day, you don't feel like going to the gym, you get on Instagram, you're scrolling through, guess what? Sabrina is at the gym with the juiciest booty doing some Bulgarian splits. That's probably going to inspire you to go to the gym. You need to follow the people as well on social media as you're removing the physical people in your life that no longer support your new version of yourself and support your reinvention. I hope that's clear because I don't know how else to make it clear. I think sharing my vision board with you guys will give you guys an idea of the plan that I had for myself. And so when I was brainstorming the goals for myself, I focused on areas such as like self-love, going on more solo dates. In the beginning, it was kind of awkward, like going on solo dates and like going to restaurants and like sitting there and like eating by myself, but I learned to enjoy it. I learned to enjoy my own company and spending time with myself. I focused on friendships, I focused on romantic relationships, I focused on the type of man that I wanted, the type of friend that I wanted, I focused on the career that I wanted, the type of money I wanted to be making, the type of financial stability that I wanted for myself and for my future. The next tip that I will give you guys is to show up for yourself. In the showing up for yourself phase, you're actually doing the work. You're actually holding yourself accountable. You're building discipline. Also, if you're one of those people who always says, oh, I'm gonna wait until January 1st to start all these goals. I'm gonna wait until a certain time frame to start the goals I've set for myself. Don't be that person. If you keep pushing your goals to the future and trying to find the perfect time, you're already failing yourself. And I want you to know that discipline is one of the highest form of self-love that you can practice. Build that discipline. Don't allow yourself to fall back on those bad habits because it's going to make it harder to reach that new version of you. Which means when you're building discipline, you need to start prioritizing the long-term benefits for your future self. And if that's not enough for you, remember that you're gonna go your entire life with yourself. You might as well be able to say that I'm proud of the person that I am. I love myself. I'm proud of the work that I've done. I'm happy with myself. You might as well be able to say that. The fifth tip and the last one that I'm going to give is to prioritize your mental health. So previously I mentioned pushing your limits and showing up for yourself, but to a certain extent. Only you know your limits, you know how far you can push yourself without feeling burnout and resentment. And we're humans. We're not meant to be working 100% of the time. Even God took a break. We're human. Our mental health is so important because it impacts our being. It impacts our soul, our mind, our emotions, our physical body. So if your mental health is degrading, it's okay to take time for yourself. If there are days when, you really feel like you want to sleep in a little bit more, you really feel like you just need that time to yourself, it's okay. If your mental health is not healthy, all of the other tips that I gave don't really matter that much. I really want you guys to know how serious I am about that. So please, I cannot emphasize this enough. Please prioritize your mental health. Please take the time to heal. Please take the time to cater to yourself so you can be healthy and happy and good and be able to do all the other tips I mentioned and be the best version of yourself. That being said, push yourself to a certain extent, but never to the extent that allows you feeling burned out, exhausted, uninspired, and just not wanting the things that are actually meant to be good for you. And please remember, only you know your own limits. Don't push yourself past your own limits. Please! And don't ever jeopardize your mental health for the concept of competing with other people. You're only competing with yourself. You're trying to reinvent yourself for the better. You're not competing with others. Don't care about what others are doing. Don't care about what others have accomplished. You don't know how long it took them to accomplish that. You don't even know the things that they had to do to accomplish that. You don't even know if they're really happy with those accomplishments, especially if you're only seeing it on social media. A lot of things on social media are fake. So please do not compare yourself to others. You are on your own path. You're on your own journey. And we're reaching the end of the video. So I just want to say, if no one else has told you lately, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the work that you're putting in. I'm proud of you even watching this video because it shows that you are on the path of doing better for yourself. You're on the path of reinventing yourself for the better. You're seeking out help. You're doing the research. You've skipped like 2 tips already. So I'm so proud of you. If you enjoyed this video or if you want to provide more tips, please list them down in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.